Who changed Saturday to Sunday? In this video, we are going to discover who made this blasphemous change. There is no evidence in all of the New Testament that Sunday is a day of worship. The disciples, Jesus, and all their followers, everyone kept the seventh-day Sabbath. Right up in the first century, Christians still kept the Sabbath, right up to the destruction of Jerusalem. So what happened? When was it changed? And who changed it? Subscribe yet to our channel, click on the subscribe button, on the bell, and on all, you'll receive the notifications when we upload new videos. So let's get back to our video. This video will shock you when you find out who changed the Sabbath Saturday to Sunday, which most Christians keep holy today, but yet it's not found in the Bible. Daniel 7:25. He shall speak pompous words against the Most High, shall persecute the saints of the Most High, and shall intend to change times and law. The Bible says that the Antichrist, the little horn power of Daniel chapter 7, which is the same power you find in Revelation chapter 13, will think or intend to change times and law. Now, who is the Antichrist? If you've not yet watched the videos on our channel where we expose the Antichrist, I just want to give you one statement as to who the reformers and Christian leaders used to say the Antichrist is, and they are 100% correct. All roads lead to Rome, page 205 in 1991. A great cloud of witnesses, John Wycliffe, Tyndale, Martin Luther, John Calvin, Cranmer. In the 17th century, Bunyan, the translators of the King James Bible, and the men who published the Westminster and Baptist Confessions of Faith, Sir Isaac Newton, John Wesley, Jonathan Whitfield, Jonathan Edwards, and more recently, Charles Spurgeon, Bishop J. Riley, and Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones. These men, and among countless others, all saw the office of the papacy as the Antichrist. The Roman Catholic Church is the Antichrist system. If you've not yet watched our videos on that, you can go down below to the links where you find these videos where I expose the Antichrist. The Roman Catholic Church persecuted and killed hundreds of thousands of people during the Dark Ages. They fit all the points that points to the Antichrist. And currently the Catholic Church is moving fast to gain supremacy again, and the Pope is doing a brilliant job in doing that. The Bible says the papacy, the Antichrist, would think or intend to change times and law. The only law in the Ten Commandments that's both a time and a law is the fourth commandment, the Sabbath. You've got the seventh day, there's your time, and it's a law. It's part of the Ten Commandments. So the Antichrist would intend to change this law. Is this what happened in history? Do they themselves confess that they have done this? Let's go to the Catholic Catechism. It's written in a question answer format, and listen to what it says. Question: which day is the Sabbath day? Answer: Saturday is the Sabbath day. Question: why do we observe Sunday instead of Saturday? Answer: we observe Sunday instead of Saturday because the Catholic Church transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday. Isn't the Bible amazing? Isn't the Bible accurate? It said that the Antichrist would intend to make this change, and they confess, we have made this change. Let's go to another document from the Catholic Church. James Cardinal Gibbon says, you may read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, you will not find a single line authorizing the sanctification of Sunday. The scriptures enforce the religious observance of Saturday, a day which we Catholics never sanctified. So the Catholics confess the day was changed by them. The scriptures referred to Sabbath, the Catholics referred to Sunday. In the Dark Ages, it was established by the Catholic Church, and now today most Christians in the world follow what the Catholic Church has brought in, the Antichrist. Let's go to another statement from them. St. Catherine Catholic Church, Sentinel, May 21, 1995. Perhaps the boldest thing, the most revolutionary change the Church ever did, happened in the first century. The holy day, the Sabbath, was changed from Saturday to Sunday. Not from any directions noted in the scriptures, but from the Church's sense of its own power. The Antichrist claims this power, my friends, and the Bible warned that they would change it. And they say, we have changed it. through our own power. You want more evidence? Let's go to the Catholic world. William Gilden, March 1894. The sun was a foremost god with heathendom. The sun has worshippers at this hour in Persia and other lands. There is in truth something royal kingly about the sun, making it a fit emblem of Jesus, the Son of Justice. Hence the church in these countries would seem to have said to keep that old pagan name Sunday. It shall remain consecrated, sanctified, and thus the pagan Sunday dedicated to Boulder became the Christian Sunday sacred to Jesus. The Catholic Church acknowledges that sun worship was the main thing that happened on Sunday. It was dedicated to Boulder. Now it has been transformed to a Christian Sunday where we worship the Son of Justice, which is now Christ. Yet the Bible never said that is what we must do. The Bible said God sanctified the seventh day. The Antichrist sanctified the first day. So we need to choose between God's day and the Antichrist day. History of the Eastern Church, Arthur P. Stanley. The retention of the old pagan name of Dies Solis for Sunday is in a great measure owing to the union of pagan and Christian sentiment, with which the first day of the week was recommended by Constantine to his subjects, pagan and Christian alike, as the venerable day of the sun. Constantine, the Emperor of Rome, made a Sunday law in 321 AD. He said that his pagans and Christians must all come together and worship on Sunday. Christians kept the seventh-day Sabbath. Pagans worshiped the sun on Sunday. Constantine had a vision, and in this vision he saw a shield with a cross on top of the shield, and a voice said to him, "In the symbol of this, by this symbol, you will conquer." Therefore he baptized his whole pagan army. But they were pagans when they went into the water. When they came out of the water, they were still pagans. Then he thought to himself, how can we amalgamate Christians who kept Saturday and the pagans who kept Sunday to worship the sun? And he said to everyone, you must worship everyone on Sunday. And gradually it went over into Sunday. And when the Catholic Church finally received its power, she said, we all must worship on Sunday. This comes from pagan Rome and was established by papal Rome. It comes from the Antichrist. It's not in the scriptures. The Two Babylons, Dr. Alexander Hislop, page 105. To conciliate the pagans to nominal Christianity, pursuing its usual policy, took measures to get the Christian and pagan festivals amalgamated, and to get paganism and Christianity, now forsunk in idolatry, in this as in so many other things, to shake hand. So here is the historical proof that this is what happened. The pagans brought in these images into the church, and they started calling these images Saint Peter when it was Jupiter with the sun disk on top of it. Mary and the baby Jesus is actually Tammuz and her baby, and it's now called Mary and her baby. Statutes in God's church. And also Sunday, now the day of worship instead of Saturday. The Baptist Manual Ministry Confession, Dr. Edward T. Hiscox, November 13, 1893 says, what a pity that each Sunday comes branded with the mark of paganism and christened with the name of the sun god, then adopted and sanctioned by the papal apostasy and bequeathed as a sacred legacy to Protestantism. And now, so many Christians in the world, thousands of Christians, millions of Christians in the world are deceived by this change that happened during the Dark Ages and the first couple of centuries. In Ezekiel chapter 8, God tells us what He hates most in this life when it comes to His people. He takes Ezekiel, you can read verses 1 through 18, he takes Ezekiel by the lock of his hair and he shows him abominations. The first abomination he shows him is the image of jealousy among his people. And he says, Ezekiel, do you see this abomination? I will show you a greater abomination. Then he takes him to another place and he shows him the idols that the elders are worshipping. And he says, Ezekiel, I will show you a greater abomination. Then he sees women weeping for the god Tammuz. And God says to Ezekiel again, I will show you a greater abomination. So there's a progression within this chapter, and it ends with the greatest abomination in God's sight. Let's read verse 16 of chapter 8. So he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and there, at the door of the temple of the Lord, Between the porch and the altar were about 25 men with their backs toward the temple of the Lord and their faces towards the east, and they were worshiping the sun towards the east. What does God hate most in life? Sun worship. Where does Sunday being sacred come from? Sun worship. Worshiping the sun god. Then in chapter 9, God puts a mark on those that calls out these abominations, saying that it is wrong. It's a seal to protect them from the destruction that is coming. Ezekiel 9 verse 4 and 5. And the Lord said to him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and put a mark on the foreheads of the men who sigh and cry over all the abominations that are done within it. To the others he said in my hearing, go after him through the city and kill. Do not let your eyes spare, nor have any pity. Everyone that does sun worship, destroyed in Ezekiel chapter 9. Those who sigh and cry because of these abominations, especially sun worship, God places a mark, a seal upon them, because they follow God's will. And these abominations during Ezekiel's time was during the time of the reign of Babylon. There's a spiritual Babylon at the end of time. The Bible warns us against her in Revelation 14:8. And another angel followed, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she has made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And this Babylon is spiritual, because literal Babylon is destroyed by the time Revelation is written. And this Babylon power is also the papacy power. She fits all the points, because a woman in Bible prophecy represents a church. And this is a harlot. This is the false church. This is Satan's bride. Once again, you can watch the video below, which I did, called Satan's Bride, where I clearly show from the scriptures that the Roman Catholic Church fits the description of this harlot. Now listen to what this Bible says about abominations in this harlot. Revelation 17:5. And on her forehead a name was written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of the abominations of the earth. The greatest abomination in God's sight? Sun worship. What does this woman do? She gives her wine for everyone to drink. And part of that wine are abominations. And the Bible says sun worship is abominations. And she said, I have changed the day from Saturday to Sunday, and everyone is drinking that wine. It's an abomination in the sight of God. It is also interesting that this woman, being a church, says, I'm the mother of harlots. The Roman Catholic Church claims to be the mother church. Meaning, if she has harlots as daughters, it means other churches are following and drinking this wine. Listen to this statement. The faith of millions. Sunday observance remains as a reminder of the mother church, from which the non-Catholic sects break away like a boy running away from home, but still carrying in his pocket a picture of his mother or a lock of her hair. My friends, the Catholic Church changed the day from Saturday to Sunday. Constantine was the one that brought it in, but the Catholic Church was the one establishing it in Christianity, saying that this is what we must do. And if I worship on Sunday, I'm drinking the wine of Babylon. And in Revelation 18, God says to us, come out of her, my people. God says, you're his people. He loves you and he cares for you. And he wants you to come out of Babylon and into his truth, which is the seventh day Sabbath, not first day of the week, Sunday. The one belongs to the Antichrist. The Sabbath belongs to Jesus Christ. I read to you more statements that confirms that this is what happened during the first couple of centuries. When Emperor Constantine, a pagan sun worship, came to power in AD 313, he legalized Christianity and made the first Sunday keeping law, his infamous Sunday enforcement law of March 7, AD 321. And it reads as follows. On the venerable day of the sun, let the magistrates and people residing in cities rest, and let all worships be closed. Another statement. The Sunday law was officially confirmed by the Roman papacy. The Council of Laodicea in AD 364 decreed, Christians shall not Judaize and be idle on Saturday, but shall work on that day. But the Lord's day they shall especially honor, and as being Christians shall, if possible, do no work on that day. That's now Sunday. If, however, they are found Judaizing, they shall be shut out from Christ. So they're saying, if you keep the Sabbath, you'll be rejected by Christ. You must work on Saturday. That's a Sunday law. That's forcing people to worship on Sunday and work on Saturday. My friends, is this coming again at the end of time via the Antichrist? Again, the Catholic Church, by virtue of divine mission, changed the day from Saturday to Sunday. That's the Catholic mirror. Protestants do not realize that by observing Sunday, they accept the authority of the spokesperson of the Church, which is the Pope, our Sunday visitor. Prove to me from the Bible alone that I am bound to keep Sunday holy. There is no such law in the Bible. It is a law of the Catholic Church alone. The Catholic Church says, by my divine power I abolish the Sabbath day and command you to keep holy the first day of the week. And lo, the entire civilized world bows down in reverent obedience to the commandment of the Holy Catholic Church. And that's Thomas Enright. My friends, it is very clear that the Catholic Church changed the day. Would you follow the commandments of God or the commandments of men? The commandments of Jesus Christ or the commandments of the Antichrist? Jesus warned us in Matthew 15 verse 9, and in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men. Which one will you choose? I pray that you will choose Jesus Christ and not the Antichrist.